Was smoking all my dragons, divine, righteous, almighty greats, overachieving, never slacking. So we flying back to London. This time we going to East London. Now, when I watched, I did the other video about London being a mega city, and that was more about the history. And I think that's definitely important when you want to dive into a city to first understand the history and really understand the dynamics and the inner workings of how that city was even built to really get a full appreciation for a specific city, because every city has their rich history. Every city has something special about them. So if you didn't check that video out, I would say definitely even check that video out before you watch this, where I really dive into, like I said, the history of London, and it talks about in the video how it was built, and it just blew me away. Like, I didn't know London had wildfires. I didn't know that it was such a big, not even big, massive city. Actually, one of my clients, her husband, told me when they went to London, it reminded them of New York, with it just being endless, right? Endless, feeling like it would just never end. And I don't know why, but I always in my mind thought it was a small city. Like, I always thought, and I think it's because I just pictured England, right? England in general, being, not a very big place compared to the United States, where it's like, United States is very large. So in my mind, I always, I guess considered London to be a smaller city. I had no clue that it was that massive, right? So watching that video still to this day, like right now, obviously I'm saying to this day, but it was just the other day, but it still shocks me, because it's like, as I sit here and I think about all the history, it's so much that video talked about that I just had no clue about, right? Even a blueprint on how it was built and just the layout. I just didn't know any of those things. So with that being said, we're going to dive into this video, right? And this is best things to do in East London. Now, what inspired me to react to this video was a comment of someone saying that they were from East London. So I'm like, okay, let me go find some information on East London. So with that being said, original link in the description. Here we go.
Welcome to East London. In my opinion, this is the best part of the city. There's so much cool stuff to see here.
She said the best part of the city. Which I think about that is that debatable. I mean, of course it's going to be debatable, especially with London being so massive. But I'm now she just see what I like how she started it, because now I'm really interested. Like, why is it why is East London to her the best part of this massive city with so much to offer?
So many good restaurants, so many good places to drink, and it just happens to be where I choose to live. So in this video, I'm gonna show you a small selection of some of the best things to do, see, eat, and drink in East London. So come along and let's start by going for some coffee and some breakfast. This is Ozone Coffee Roasters, and this is not just a normal cafe. It's actually like a proper restaurant. You could come here for breakfast or brunch, like any time of the day, and get something amazing to eat. Plus, they're really good coffee here. Plus, the kitchen is almost zero waste. We love it.
Looks very fancy. At first, it kind of reminded me of Chipotle a little bit. At the beginning. Hold on. Just kind of like right here, kind of gave me like a Chipotle vibe, like making a bowl of, something healthy, like some type of wrap. Definitely looks fancy, a lot of vibes. Definitely a place I would eat at for sure. Looks like it has a lot of healthy options. I like to keep a great relationship with food. Not nothing that'll have me like bloated or anything. So that got a lot of healthy options, and just looks like a great place overall.
Here for breakfast or brunch, like any time of the day, and get something amazing to eat. Plus, they're really good coffee here. Plus, the kitchen is almost zero waste. We love it.
And I do like coffee. I don't drink it often, maybe once a month, twice a month, maybe, if so. But I do enjoy a good cup of coffee, for sure.
This is
Wait, was there just a staircase up that bus? London, y'all public transportation is fancy. Staircase? Like,
This is the Barbican Estate. It was built between 1965 and 1975 as a way to regenerate the area, which had been mostly destroyed during World War II. Many Londoners now call it home here, as there are over 2,000 flats in the area. And it's a really unique place to come because the whole area is built in the brutalist architecture, which I personally think looks so cool. You can come here to admire the architecture. There's beautiful water features here, plus there's some places to get some food and drink, and there's the Barbican Center, which is a performing arts center. Also, the Barbican Center does architecture tours that you might want to hop on. Finally, one of my favorite things to do here is visit the Barbican Conservatory, which is home to tons of plant life from around the world and is completely free to visit.
okay, so if you're raising a kid in this area, or if you're somebody who is big on just culture, right? Like she said, performing arts. I grew up in performing arts. I grew up acting uh, as a child on stage. So that's a great place. That's a great place, especially then they got the conservatory where you can go be around plants and nature, and usually people who tend to be performers, they tend to like things like nature and that chi energy type of vibe. So that's what so far what East London gives me. It gives me so far what she's shown me, and I enjoy it. I definitely enjoy what I'm seeing so far for sure.
This is Nellie Duff Gallery. It's a shop that I could not include in an East London guide. This is not for the calm and traditional art buyer, but rather somebody who wants a piece that is quirky and eccentric and provocative. I love stopping in here to see what new pieces that they have on offer. Plus, the gallery is right on the world famous Columbia Road. So if you stop by on a Sunday,
A very small place, but very cute and unique. I actually really love stores like that. There's this place in Waverly, New York, in upstate New York. That's like it's somewhat of a thrift shop, but also a metaphysical shop where you can find all these different objects, and just different like accessories, things that are just you're like, wow, this is really creative. And I tend to find that the best places are the hidden gems. The one now she said this is on a famous road out there, so I'm sure a lot of people probably know about it. But still, there's a lot of places that are on famous roads that people don't tend to still not know about. But I like to find the places where like there's like these hidden gems that not many people know about. Those real unique places, and this definitely looks like one for sure.
you'll also see the very popular Columbia Road Flower Market. London is always a good idea. Totally agreed with
like
that one. If you're looking for a souvenir, this is a good spot to come look because they do have some East London specific pieces like this one. E. Polici is a London institution when it comes to restaurants. Okay, so I've not been able to include it in this video because we've just not worked out the filming times, but this is one of my favorite restaurants in East London. It's called Campania. They do this amazing Italian food and Negronis. Oh, so good.
See, she talking food. I like food. I like food, right? I definitely like food. So she definitely gets my thumbs up twice because she likes food. you know. So far, East London, honestly, it does give me. It, I'm trying not to say because I know a lot of there's a lot of people who don't like when I compare cities and this and that, but it's like I compare based off of my knowledge and my experience. So it's not to say one's better, but if something reminds me of home, then I like to say that that's a good thing for me. It's not to say, oh, this reminds me of this and I don't like that. No, no, no. everything I say is with good intentions. So when I say like right here does remind me of certain places where I'm from, um, just know that's really good. That's me bigging it up. That means I can go there and feel like I'm at home. I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. I do think people tend to take things too personal, and as humans across the board, we are all way too different to always just be taking things personal. Like we all different. We all come from different backgrounds and have different experiences. So if somebody expresses something a certain way and you know they don't have bad intentions, I don't think people should get offended by that.
East London is by far the best place to go street art spotting when in London. For example, we're in Bethnal Green, just down a random road, and this yellow flower behind me, that's a freaking Banksy. Yeah, it's been kind of like taken apart and destroyed a little bit, but they've tried to keep it there and revitalize it. So when you're going around East London, always keep your eye out for big murals or small little pieces. There's stuff everywhere, and specifically Shoreditch is filled with tons of great street art. If you're struggling with keeping track of all of the recommendations I'm giving you throughout my videos, I've got a freebie for you. It's called the London Must Do Tracker, and it comes with a printable worksheet to help you keep track of everything you want to do when you're in London. Plus, I throw...
Even looking at that picture behind her, you can tell like East London is just booming with culture. It's booming with flavor. These paintings tell a story, and that's awesome. She's showing all that, and it definitely sparks more of an interest for sure. She's doing a great job. The street art is amazing. It brings places to life. You could tell there's a lot of diversity in the area. I like it. I like what I'm seeing. I definitely do.
Throw in 15 of my top recommendations for things to do, see, eat, and drink to get you started. To get that for free, click the link in the description box. I love restaurants that are not only delicious, but that are doing sustainable things. So that's why we've come to Supernature for lunch. They operate a zero waste philosophy here, plus everything is plant-based, sourced as locally as possible, and it's all seasonal food.
Now I do like my plant-based foods. Just because it just feels like a healthier option. I've had plant-based wings. Like it's just certain place where I live called Mount Eden that's plant based that I'll tend to eat at time to time, and even the desserts are like made of I don't even know what it's made of, but it's plant based like cupcakes and these desserts, and it's awesome. I love it. So far, I mean, East London, that sounds like a place that I could see myself actually living at for sure for like a whole year. Definitely, they got everything that I enjoy. I'm sure there's a pretty booming music scene. If there's so much art in the street art, so much you could, like I said, you could tell it's diversity. I'm sure the music scene out there has to be booming in just in East London alone.
Food here is so good. I've come for dinner, and today we have come for the brunch. So I've ordered radicchio, blood orange, and what was the other thing? Buckwheat tabbouleh salad. And this has come out with a blood orange and balsamic dressing, which smells so bloody good. Yeah, I went there.
She eating righteous. That's how I like it. That's how I like it. She eating righteous, because when you eat healthier, you feel good. Feel good. I don't like to eat nothing too heavy where I'm like I said, bloated, or just kind of, you just feel it like I like to eat. I like to eat a lot. Don't get me wrong, but I just like healthier options. I like it where I just feel like, okay, at least I know I put some good stuff in my body, because I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm some diet expert or some vegetarian. No, not at all. I love to eat, and I will not deny that. What she's eating looks pretty satisfying for sure.
And I'm always intrigued by vegan feta. This is the Culpeper Rooftop Bar, a beautiful rooftop garden that grows herbs and plants that they use in the kitchen for their first floor restaurant and for the drinks here.
And look at that beautiful view of downtown. That is amazing. Beautiful, beautiful. London, you are thriving and you've been thriving. It's funny because I see it was a rapper from London, and he was from, I guess, like the hood of London. His name Nines, and I seen him doing, like, I think it was like a behind the scenes type of thing for a video or something like that. Like, I don't know if it was like, it was a clip I seen, and he was on like a rooftop bar, and you seen it downtown, and it was funny because he was like, I never even been down here before, like, because he was so used to being where he's from in London. So that's how you know London is just massive. Like, he literally was like, I've never even been this way. Like, that's crazy.
For the drinks here on the rooftop. It's a relaxed yet lovely rooftop bar without the pretentiousness of quite a lot of other places around the city, which is why it's usually full of locals and why it made it to this East London travel guide. Also, it's the perfect place to come on a warm, sunny day and the place to avoid on a cold, rainy one. The rooftop is open air, so it's important to check the weather before you come. We came here anyway on this very cold shoot day just to prove a point. Don't forget to click the link in the description box to get my free London must-dos tracker, and to watch more of my London area guides, click one of the boxes popping up around me.
You look so cold.
Trying to catch it. Okay, so there we go. So she did a great video. Actually, she did such a great video that I am interested in her, her other videos, going to like North London and other parts of London. So the pros of this video for me, I like that they had the Performing Arts Center. Obviously the food is a big pro for me. The street art, which showed culture, showed that flavor. That was a big plus for me. Cons, I wish I would have been able to see like maybe a park. Like a park, just something just to see how it looks, see if maybe there's people that play chess in the park, see what the vibe's like. And I would have liked to hear more about the music scene specifically in East London, because music's big for everybody. So I would have liked to heard things of, like, maybe if there's some type of festivals that go on, some type of events, like, because it seems like that type of place, like that's the vibe it gives. Like, it's like I said, like a culturally just booming, festive, just vibrant type of place. So I definitely would have liked to hear some more about that. But overall, this video was a great video, and East London definitely looks amazing. She definitely sparked, like I said, she sparked the interest. I'm looking forward to seeing her other videos and seeing what the other parts of London are really looking like from her perspective. Because yeah, I like it. I definitely like it. Would I live in East London? It just depends. I like that. The type of look I like as far as living, like, I would say that's another con for me. Like, the flats were cool, but that's not really my type of vibe. Like, being like, it just gives me off just that, that it kind of remind me of out here we call them the projects. It did that public. They're cool. They're nice. They're I don't have nothing bad to say about them, but it's definitely not my type of vibe. I'm more of, like, I guess more of a suburban, just type of. And that's why I want to see her other videos. West London, North London. I want to see how the apartments, the houses, the flats. I want to see how those all look. How it the difference from places like East London. So that's definitely interesting. She definitely did an awesome job here. The rooftop bar was pretty cool too, seeing that view like that. I'm curious, like, cause autumn, my favorite season, Halloween, my favorite time of the year. So I'm curious, as far as London, when it comes to like Halloween, with these rooftop bars, is that big out? Because I know in New York, like, it's big for us. Halloween, like, we'll have rooftop parties, all that, everybody in costume. Is that like the same out there? Y'all do that? Do y'all do that a lot? Like, Halloween, is everybody out there dressed up, partying? Because I've heard different things. I've heard that it's like big, and then I've heard it's not as big as America. So I'm kind of curious, you know. I'm kind of curious for sure. But with that being said, that was a really an awesome video. I really enjoyed that video. Shout out to her. Original link in the description. Definitely show her some love. She did an amazing job. I love how it was edited. I loved how she took her time. Um, and she really showed us what we needed to see for sure. So with that being said, that was best things to do in East London. Original link will be in the description, and I will see you all soon. Much love.